Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the Malita pour-over brewer. The Malita is probably one of the easiest and least expensive pour-over brewers out there. It is under $5 at your local chain grocery store. It'll just be in the coffee aisle with everything else. The design itself is a kind of the honeycomb shape with a single hole at the bottom there. Not a large hole like a V60 or 3 holes like the Kalita Wave, but just a single hole. It uses these flat bottom cone filters. I believe they're, for this size, I believe they're the Malita 2 filters. And it just sits on top of your carafe or cup, like so. So I'm going to show you how to brew up a cup. So you're just going to take the filter, put it in there, pre-wet the filter like you will with any pour-over system. And then today I'm going to be using 24 grams of coffee to 400 grams of water, 400 milliliters of water. Either way, converts 1 to 1. So I'm going to pre-wet the filter, and the grind that I like to use for the Malita is about a French press. It's I have the Compresso Infinity burr grinder, and it's a few clicks finer than a French press, but it's a very coarse coffee because there is just that single hole. The coffee does take a while to get through on its own, so a coarse coffee, not a lot of surface area, will be just fine. So like I said, I just ground 24 grams of coffee at that coarse grind. I'm going to just put that in there after we pre-wet our filter. Give it a shake to level it out a little bit. Tare my scale, and then, like I said, we're going to do 400 milliliters of water. We're going to start with a 50 gram bloom. About 30 seconds. Time is not that big of an issue with this. Like I said, it's a pretty straightforward brew method. Pretty simple brew method. So there's 50 grams of water, and we're just going to let that bloom our coffee for about 30 seconds. As you can see, it's already starting to come through, even with just the 50 grams. And now we're just going to pour until we hit 400. Nothing particular. I do like to continue to pour in circles, like with most other pour-overs, but I'm not stopping. I'm not worrying about pulsing it. I'm just going to go ahead and pour. Try and avoid the edges. Try and keep it near the middle, but if you want to wash down the edges every once in a while, that's totally fine. Just make sure you're not pouring it out of the filter itself. But as long as you're not out of the filter, feel free to just keep pouring. The whole brew itself is relatively quick, as you're seeing now. It's only going to be like a 1.5 to 2 minute brew. And I am already at 400 grams. So I'm going to bring this camera around here, see if we can just finish watching it go down. So as you can see, I poured to the very top of the filter, and I'm just letting it drain through on its own. As we're dripping out the last few drops, I'm just going to go ahead and pull that off. There it is, your coffee with the Malita pour-over brewer. Quick, easy, inexpensive. Thanks.